In this video, I'll take you through the full painting process of red velvet, a festive poinsettia painted in oils over a softly abstract acrylic background. We'll begin by building that tonal base, add some lovely texture details and work right through to those final luminous highlights. I start with a base tone of raw sienna primer. I'm using the Michael Harding Raw Sienna Primer Dark to establish those warm undertones across the canvas. Next, I begin applying colour with a soft brush, mixing ivory black and yellow ochre to create a traditional dark greenish brown, something muted and classical for the background. With the paint still damp, I splatter a little alcohol or water onto the surface to create some movement, and then gently blot back with a paper towel to reveal the warm sienna glow underneath. This layering process can be repeated several times, drying between layers with a hairdryer until I achieve a lovely depth and the texture that I'm after. To add variation to the colours, I touch in hints of light blue and cobalt teal, keeping the paint loose and mottled. For the final acrylic layer, I use a natural sponge to add even more texture, then finish with subtle metallic accents. A touch of Deco Art copper and teal metallic paint give a soft shimmer to the background. When you're happy with the results, dry it completely and then apply one thin coat of golden fluid matte medium. This gives the perfect surface for painting oils on top, smoother, less slick and with just the right amount of tooth. I will let this dry 2 to 3 days to fully cure before moving on to oils. Once the surface is ready, I transfer my drawing and start by adjusting the background. I'm using the same colours from the acrylic stage, mainly teal and soft green tones, and I gently glaze over with oils, blending them into the surface with my smoosher brushes. This keeps the harmony between the flower and the background, softening edges so everything feels atmospheric and unified. For the tabletop, I'm using raw umber and a little bit of black for that cast shadow. For the tabletop, I'm using a little bit of raw umber and yellow ochre to begin highlighting, and then I'll add a slight amount of titanium buff to lighten that for those final pops of highlight. I keep the paint thin here, allowing that background to show through. For the leaves, I begin with my darkest tone first. Using a deep green mix, I block in the shadows and then add my mid-tones and softly blend between the two. Working wet into wet, I introduce darker veins into the leaves. This keeps the transitions soft and natural. Finally, I add thicker, slightly more opaque highlights between the veins to suggest texture and form. To finish the leaves, I take a fine liner brush with a very pale green and gently edge the outer contours. This tiny touch gives the leaves that crisp, three-dimensional lift. The petals follow the same principle, starting dark and moving toward the light. I begin with alizarin crimson and a touch of ivory black for those deepest reds, and then layer alizarin crimson with cadmium red for those mid-tones. I avoid my brightest colours early on, saving those high value reds for the end. Working back into the mid-tones, I use a lighter mix of cadmium red with a touch of titanium buff. I prefer titanium buff over white here, as it keeps the pinks soft and muted and not chalky. Once everything is blocked in, I refine the details, adding subtle veins to the petals and working wet into wet to keep edges delicate. For the final passes, I'm using pure cadmium red in small selective areas to lift the highlights and bring a sense of depth and light. And again, I use a lighter pink to edge a few petals. This trick really enhances the realism and gives the flower volume. For the centre, I start with a dark yellow ochre mixed with a touch of red, and then gradually begin to lighten it with cadmium yellow. And finally a hint of white and cadmium yellow for that sparkle in the middle to really give that sense of gold in the centre. And that completes the painting Red Velvet. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like to paint the full real-time version of Red Velvet, we'll be painting it live together inside the MazArt Academy, and you'll find a link to that in the description box below. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next painting.